Yeah, I can fly.
Howdy folks, Johnny with Play Games. Movement in Cyberpunk 2077 is important no matter what build you're running. Whether it's being able to get a better vantage point, or just being able to juke out of a situation in a pinch. Having a good bag of movement tricks can help out in a variety of situations. It can lead to some pretty interesting playstyles. In today's video, I wanted to share a couple of cool ways to get around and maneuver while exploring Night City, as well as showing you how to pull them off. And yes, I have learned how to fly in Cyberpunk. Sort of. I'm still very new to this whole YouTube thing and plan on making more Cyberpunk and other gaming tips and tricks content, so if you find this video helpful at all and don't want to miss out on anything, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications. At time of recording, I'm currently sitting at a fat 2 subs on YouTube and would really like to hit 50 before the end of the month. That being said, let's get into it. The first momentum trick, and probably the most well-known, is b-hopping. B-hopping in Cyberpunk is a little different than in most games. Instead of chaining slides and jumps to keep your momentum up, you're taking advantage of a movement exploit that is still currently in the game. The 2 pieces of cyberware you'll need to pull this off is the Krenzikov and reinforced tendons. Both can be acquired at Fix Clinic and Watson. The idea behind this exploit is chaining 2 dodges together in rapid succession to get a quick boost, and then chaining that momentum together with double jumping to keep it up. If you don't have the eddies for reinforced tendons, don't worry. The exploit will still work with normal jumping, it's just much harder to keep the momentum up. So in order, you're going to want to aim down the sights, dodge, which will activate your Krenzikov, stop aiming down the sights, dodge again, and then immediately spam jump. In about 5 seconds, your Krenzikov will reset and you can do it again. Keep chaining them every time it resets to reach some insane speeds. So once more, aim, dodge, release aim, dodge again, and then jump. I found it seems to work a little better for me when I time my dodge boost and my jump to when my feet hit the ground. And lastly, don't forget to watch out for cars and fall damage. The next movement trick I want to show you is one that I haven't really seen anyone talk about. I call it the long jump, but it's kind of just like a super double jump. I made a whole dedicated video about it, but I was still figuring out editing, so it's really rough. I'll link the video in the description if you want to check it out though. It goes into better details on where to get the cyberware that's necessary for all of this to work. Speaking of which, we're going to be needing the maneuvering systems, a mod that allows you to perform mid-air dodges, and fortified ankles. Fortified ankles allows you to do a charge jump. If you strafe while in the air with the maneuvering systems, your charge jump will reset so you can do it again, essentially creating a way for you to do a super double jump. I've tested around using other leg mods like the hover jump and the double jump, but the fortified ankle seems to be the only jump that gets the reset after an air dodge. So once more, you're going to want to charge jump, do an air strafe, then charge jump again. Sounds simple enough, but getting the timing down can get a little tricky. I'm not sure if this is an intentional feature, or if it's just another exploit, but either way, it's very fun to use, and you'll find yourself always being able to get the high ground on enemies.
I have the high ground!
Lastly, and probably one of the coolest movement tricks, we have flying, or more like a controlled hover. I discovered this completely on accident while playing through one of the last missions in the game. Slight spoiler warning for anyone that hasn't played through all the endings. If you have a good enough relationship with Johnny and complete all the Rogue side quests, you'll get the option to break into Mikoshi at Arasaka with Rogue. During this mission, Rogue gives you one of the most unique clothing pieces in the game, a pair of boots called the Retro Thrusters. Technically, all they're supposed to do is give you a slight hover boost before hitting the ground while falling from a high distance. It's the only clothing piece in the game as far as I know that has a bonus ability on top of being able to add mods to. While playing through the mission, I learned if you hold jump and spam crouch, the boost will keep resetting, allowing you to infinitely boost in any direction. It's surprisingly pretty easy to control where you want to go too, despite this definitely not being how they were intended to be used. If you stop spamming crouch, you'll begin to fall. But because of the thrusters, you won't take any fall damage automatically. Is it technically flying? Well, no, but it's the closest thing to a jetpack we have right now, so it'll have to do. Unfortunately, the boots are taken away from you at the end of the mission, and the only way to get them is by manually adding them to your inventory with mods. Sorry, console folks. I guess if you wanted to, though, you could start the mission with Rogue and just never finish it. For everyone else on PC, I definitely recommend trying this out for yourself. You can rain down grenades and shoot at unsuspecting enemies while in the air, fly past barricades and obstacles with ease, and check out all the sights of Night City from previously unreachable places. So, once again, to do the fly hover, you're going to need to get a hold of the retro thrusters. But then, when equipped, just jump and spam crouch. Well folks, that's going to be it for me today. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video. If you learned something new or just thought it was cool, feel free to share, like the video, and subscribe. There'll be more tips and tricks content coming soon, so if you don't want to miss a beat, don't forget to turn on notifications. I'm Johnny with They Play Games, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.